How you doing, folks? Welcome back. This is something I've been looking forward to. One of these characters. Obviously, there's a few. Fat Gary Ronaldo, the rest of them, but this guy here, one of my favourites, a guy called Davy Sargent. Been looking forward to talk about him. He was just a customer in a pub I worked in, but I didn't know him. But his reputation preceded him because I worked in a different bar and he drank in another bar. All the bears drank in the public bar, and then I worked in the fancier bar. So I'd hear everybody talking about this guy, Davy Sargent, fucking pest, this guy, the next guy, out of control. All the bosses hated him, couldn't handle him, he was too wild. And I didn't know him. I'd done a couple of Tuesday nights and I seen him, but he was a very quiet guy. A couple of pints up the road, and everybody was always talking about him. I'm thinking, it must be a different guy. And then I asked my boss, what one is it? She says, it's him. He says, that's the guy everybody talks about. Infamous Davy Sargent. So one Friday they've said to me, jump into the pub for a couple of hours just to help out, somebody's sick. So I went in, and the big man's there, stoned out his mind. I mean, I don't know if he was smoking, but the more I got to know him, the more he was like, every time he'd go out, he'd come back in, he'd go out, he'd come, because they just put the smoking ban in, so he'd go out, he'd come back in, the place was just, the smell of grass would have blew you away. But what a laugh, man. Honestly, I don't think I've ever laughed as much in my life. Dealing with somebody, it was so difficult to deal with because it was so funny. And you're trying to calm him down, and I was in this Friday night, he's standing there, and the bar had a bar attached to it, and he was always right in the middle of the bar. And he's swinging, and his eyes are like the snake out the Jungle Book. Honest to God, he's just gone. He'd been there for maybe 3-4 o'clock Friday night, so they're getting right at it, man, right into the bevy, and he's fucking mad with the wacky backy. And he's standing there fucking swinging in the bar. I don't know how he never pulled it off to this day, because he's a big boy, you know, a big tall lanky guy. He's fucking making this mad noise. He's fucking looking at him. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, man. And then he would swing in the bar, and then he would pull his cell back up, and it was like somebody with major Tourette's. He would just shout random stuff like in German, like he would swing and then just go Ralston! Everybody's like fucking cracking up, and then half the people loved him, half the people hated him. So everybody like, fucking stop you, I'll fucking pest him, tell him to shut up. The rest of them would be fucking cracking up, and this continued fucking for 2 years, man. I worked there. I loved him, man. There was a couple. I mean, there's so many stories I could tell you about him, but a couple come to mind that I can really remember was one night he was with his wee pal Jerry. He had a wee couple of pals with him, and he's went outside, and Jerry's went outside, and they've come back in. They're obviously fucking smoking my wacky backy, and Jerry's standing at the bar, and he's just like that, deadpan. And I'm like, alright Jerry, I get you. He says, have you got a chair? I said, a chair? He's like, have you got a chair? I said, a chair? What do you need a chair for? He says, I think I'm going to pass out. And I was like, fuck's sake. I was like to his pal, Jerry alright? And he's like, I swear to God, man, he went like a dark grey colour. I've never seen in my whole life a human being. I didn't think it was possible that anybody could go this colour. And he's standing there, absolutely melted. Right, a chair. I get my chair. His legs have went. His legs have went, and people are holding him. I'm like, fucking get my chair, man. So they get my chair, and they've sat him at the bar, and he's sweating, man. Like nothing I've ever seen. He's just sitting there in this chair, totally fucking major freak out, hyperventilating. And everybody's like, you alright, Jenny? I'm like, fuck's sake, man. Big Sargy walks back in. What's happening here, boy? And I was like, yeah, fucking man's out his brains, man. He's like, what's happened? I says, I don't know, whatever you've gave him, he's in fucking bad shape. He's like, who? I said, Jerry, look at him. He's sitting in the chair, and Sargy's looking at him. He's like, sitting there, fucking major freak out, man. Turning green. I'm like, somebody get him up the road to get my taxi. So I'll try to get my taxi and all the rest of it. Sargy's in his face like that. Too much marijuana, boy! And he's grabbing his cheeks like that. I'm done, baby! And he's fucking like, oh, David, stop it. And fucking carried him out the pub, and he's standing, I'll not be this in the morning, boy! Fucking Jerry's getting carried out. Everybody's dying, man. I'm like, fucking hell, man, that just shows you the strength of the grat, whatever he's smoking. I don't even know what he smoked, but it was fucking intense, man. I've not seen him going like that before. And he's just standing there loving it. Oh, no better in the morning, but it's not that, carry on. And that's his pal, he's took his pal right out of the game. And wee Jerry, man, that was the end of his weekend. Big Sargy put him away. And there's another time, there's a wee boy came in, an older guy, Laurie, very soft smoking guy, smoking like, hi, how you doing, all right, man? How you keeping, man? Very good, very quiet guy. He's read his paper at the bar, and he went to the bathroom, and he was always talking about, where were you the weekend down the Byers Road and all that? And Big Sargy used to rip into him, where's down the Byers Road and all that? He's like, Davies, I need you, innit? And he went to the bathroom one night, and the big Davy took his specs and put them on, and he just turned the other way. I wasn't there, but the girl that was working in the bar told me. It took her about a week to tell me. She couldn't tell me for laughing. And he's looked our way, and wee Laurie's come back, and he's like that, looking at his paper. He's like, can I find my specs? Have you seen my specs? No, and Big Sargy turns in right up behind him, right in his face. He's like, should you not be doing the Byers Road, boy? And wee Laurie shat himself and just rattled him right in the jaw. And then the two of them are rolling about on the floor. And this guy, an old guy, man. You know, a fucking old guy. And then Big Sargy's getting into it, apparently. They were getting into it. A couple of the boys ran in. They pulled him apart, and the barmaid was lying on the floor, and they all thought she'd been hurt, but she was just buckled with laughing. She couldn't believe it. It took her about a week, honestly, to tell me. She was like, oh, Big Sargy all night, man, amazing. You couldn't get rid of him, you couldn't get my taxi. You'd phone a taxi from him. He said, hello, can I have a taxi, please? What's the name? Sergeant, David Sergeant? No, we're not going to take him. Alright, okay, phone another taxi. Hello, can I have a taxi? Where's it going? Galahad Avenue? I still know his address because I phoned him about 1,000 taxis, and he probably getting it for them. Hello, can I have a taxi? Where's it going? Galahad Avenue. What's the name? Sergeant. Davy Sergeant? That's him. Is he going to behave? I says, he's alright, he's going to behave, no bother. Right, alright. Well, I'll send one of the boys up, but if he doesn't behave, he's done. I says, right, that's fine. We'll get him a taxi. So I says, Dave, you need to behave. And I says, I've been phoning about 20, you'd need to phone him about 20 taxis. And he'd be mad with it. Fucking just hey, stop it, carry on. All right. But Davey, you need to just chill out, man. Get in this taxi and get up the road. One night he's getting the taxi. This is about the 4th attempt, and he's getting. I'm like, thank God, man, he's gone. And the guys went about 10 yards. The brake lights are on. Next minute, Big Sargy's out, waving the big finger at me. He was always waving the big finger. Fucking stop that! And fucking back out, man. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. And what's happened here, Davey? He's like, he's a fucking arsehole. He's threw me out the taxi and all. I'm like, fuck's sake, Davey, man, Jesus Christ. You just need to keep it cool. You're going to end up needing to walk up the road. I don't need to walk anywhere, boys. Somebody's drove him up the road, I can't remember. So the driver that threw him out, he used to take me home because we'd get the same taxis. And he says, what happened tonight with Big Sargy? He says, he jumped in the motor. I've told him, Sargy, any of you carry on, you're out. I'm not joking. He says, no problem, no problem. And he says he was mad with it, he's stinking of grass. And we drove about 3 yards, and he's like that, right in my centre console in the car. He says, I'm looking in the mirror, just turn the corner, next minute, take me home, daddy! And he's like, Jesus Christ, man. He says, I nearly crashed my motor. He's like, get out, you fucking idiot. And he's papped him out the motor. He's like, fucking stoned out his mind, papped it. And so many times I seen him trying to get in a taxi. I seen him in the taxi back out. I seen him walking up to the taxi, and the guy just drove away. And I seen another night, he actually went to open the door and the guy drove away, and he's giving him the big finger. Fuck you, boy! Fuck you, boy! He's fucking losing the plot, you just couldn't get rid of him. But my favourite Sargy story by a mile was one night, I think it might have been, it wasn't a weekend, but it was mangled, and he was in the bar. And there was another guy who was in the bar, Swally McNally, he was another total rocket. And this couple came in, because there was a restaurant and then there was the bar. So the bear pit was the bar. You didn't really go in there. And this old couple walked in, very proper, shirt and tie and that. You could tell they were old school posh, you know. And they walked in, and I'm instantly thinking they're in the wrong place. Hello, son. I says, how you doing? Can I get you? Hey, we're here for dinner. We're meeting our pals, we're friends for dinner. I says, you're actually in the wrong bit. I says, if you're going to the restaurant, you need to go to the opposite side of the building. Okay, that's fine, no problem, son. He says, well, a wee drink while we're waiting. I says, absolutely, of course. What would you like? And he mentioned a couple of cognacs. I was like, we don't really have that. We've got Martell, or something else, and then Swally McNally, he was another guy, maybe about 60-year-old, total booze. Swally McNally, the name speaks for itself. He's got the baseball cap on backwards, and he was just having about 7 conversations with Sel, and then he's decided to try and talk to him. He's like, hey, muckers, he's in for something to eat and that, and they're like, yes, we're meeting friends for dinner tonight. Hey, it's a half and half show, by the way, we don't sell all that fancy stuff. And the guy's like, oh yeah, your man's looking after me, thanks very much. Hey, next wee night for a meal in it. And they're like, oh okay, thank you, oh, that's great. Hey, one of them, it was that up, but by the way, and they're just like, you've made a bad choice here. Get them the drinks and they're standing there really uncomfy. Swally's still having 7 conversations with Sel, and I'm trying to talk to him so he won't pester him, you know, damage limitation. And the woman says to me, excuse me son. I says, aye. She says, is that boy there alright? I says, what? She says, that boy there, is he alright? This is even before Big Sarge came into the scene. And there was a boy Andy, an old guy, and he was sitting in his chair, and he always had a hanky in his hand, and he'd do this, or he would do this. And they were like, is he alright? I'm like, aye, don't worry, he does it all the time. But the first time I seen him doing it, I thought the same. I thought, fucking hell man, what's up with your man? I asked somebody, don't worry, he does it all the time. She says, are you sure? I says, aye, he does, don't worry about it, he does it all the time. And then Swally's like, here muckers, he does it all the time, by the way. And I was like, right, so just fucking chill out, guys. You already do this for the heck. And then they'd be alright. And they're like, fucking hell man, what kind of place is this? And then next minute, Big Sarge walks in after smoking. He'd always say, watch my pint there, boy, I'm just going outside for a cigarette. And he'd go away and he'd come back in, stink the grass, man. Fucking his eyes look flying saucers. So he's walked back in, and they're standing there, and I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at Swally, and he's is that all right, muckers? And they're like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. And then they're looking at Mad Andy, and he's oh, they don't know where they're at, man. And then Big Sarge stands next to him, right next to him, and the woman kind of looks at him, and so does the guy. He kind of turns around and looks at him, and he's big, man, big guy, so he's standing, and he's like, making these mad noises, and they're just like that. It was like fucking unbelievable. They looked so uncomfy, and I'm just like, Andy, Swally, Davey, them, they're just looking about, and their reaction, and she's like, oh fucking hell man, they're just drinking their drinks as quick as they can. And then the next minute, you see the big hammer, man, the big hammer comes, Big Sarge, and you can't stop him at this point, because I've seen him in the corner of my eye, and they're standing, and he's just like, man, full scale, full pelt, man, fuck you right in the bar, man. And their drinks like lifted off the bar, and the two of them jumped to their skin. Big, even Swally jumped to his skin. It was all about all that fucking. He's like, man, get down, you fucker! And the two of them are like, oh for fuck's sake, the woman's like, oh Joe, no. I said, right. The two of them are fucking hand in hand out the door, man. Away you go, and Big Sam, don't be this in the morning, and fucking away we go. The two of them are out the door, and just as they're leaving, and she's still like that, and he's fucking dying, and then Swally shouting, here muckers, don't worry, it does all the time, by the way, you know, a nice wee night out there, and they're like, oh, fucking right out the door, man, away they go, unbelievable. And Big Sarge, I've not seen him for a long time, so I could tell you probably about 50 stories about him, but you need to keep it. I says I'll pick 3 and do 3, and they're my 3 favourite for sure, so I hope you enjoyed them, and see you next time. Cheers.